on deck.
Okay, Coach. Well, from a place that's officially been recognized as the loudest venue in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
We're set. 19.
54 Mike. Let's go.
Alert.
Alert flare. Alert flare. Flare. Hold. 64. Weak. 36.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there on the first play of the game. 47 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
Alert.
From the gun, here's Watson. It's Hill, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Alert 3. 53.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the red zone now, Watson being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is when we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off play action. Curtis. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
I got 31.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Here's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
This is Mack on the counter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
It's now 3rd down and 1.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
24.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Lightning speed that time from the corner. Marshawn Lattimore getting the sack. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Chance there from long distance to get our first points on the board. How close was it to getting there? Pretty darn close.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Now McKinnon to start the drive. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And this passing game. His whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Curtis. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Raiders.
Coming this way. Here we go. Mark 55.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Gallup, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Chiefs, nothing.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And going deep for Hill. He's got it at the 15. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 52 yards. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
Gets past one man. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 or about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Raiders' 4-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 2nd down, it's Mack. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Marlon Mack, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Elliott good on the extra point. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
We got to get the ball. D, get the ball right here. Let's go.
2nd and 5. Screen play, McKinnon. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Yeah, the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Set, cut. Get you running. Get you running. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Switch. Okay. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Curtis. And an alley to run. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run here with Mack, and they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You ain't doing nothing.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Marlon Mack with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Curtis going to take a shot for Gallup. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
You better be afraid of me. You better.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 46-yard line.
47. 19. Not today, you are. Not today. Rush in. Rush in. Hey, 59. Down the road.
They run the counter. Mack. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Watson operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will get it at their 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's got this down to the 35. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Curtis. This one caught by Isabella. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
First down, Raiders.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Second down, McKinnon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. McKinnon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. It's second and goal back to the 8-yard line now. Here's second and 8. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. Andy Isabella was the intended target. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to...
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Off the play fake, Curtis. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, Curtis. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Bullock will put this one through. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check 42 from my
The final shot before the break, Watson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. To throw on second down. Curtis. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the gun on third down, Curtis. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not.
Oh, it's out. McKinnon fumbled it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Staying on the ground with Mack. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
After the interception, here's Watson, buying time to his left. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
That's trash.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Curtis. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
On the left side, Gallup's got it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Operating from the gun, Curtis. Going left side, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. To throw on second down, Curtis. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Chiefs 28, Raiders 17. Randy Bullock set to kick off.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Ready, ready. Mike, take the pitch first. Right there in the middle, 55. Don't get nervous.
On first down, McKinnon again. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Oh, here we go. All right, watch your eyes. It's a 6. Pull it now.
They run it with McKinnon. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And it's 3rd down.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down.
55, Mike, 55.
From the gun, Curtis. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Bullock's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. They'll go again here with Mack. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run with Mack. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now a carry from Mack. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Curtis. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A first down there on a pickup of 25. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st and 10, Curtis. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. They'll run on first down. McKinnon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Curtis. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Tank McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing on 3rd and long, Curtis. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Curtis. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. 20. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
Eight. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8. Are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Set, 19.
Check 53. Stay with your man.
No. 54.
from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. And they'll indeed take a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chiefs, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.